Hello and welcome. I'm putting this tutorial together in video format in addition to the screenshot tutorials that I used in order to show you and give you the skills to locate original research. I'm excited to put this video together. I've been wanting to do it for a while. I know that people have different learning styles, so I'm going to show you how to use two different search engines that you will need for your scientific literacy project. First, I'll show you Google Scholar, and then I'll show you Academic Search Complete from the Cerritos College Library. Okay, so first in regular Google, I'm going to type a research topic that I'm interested in. So I'll type research on psychopaths, and then I'll scroll down to a title that grabs my attention. New research tells us why psychopaths are sometimes, yeah, I'm interested. Sometimes what? I must know. Let's find out. Are sometimes able to succeed in society. Wow, I definitely want to find out more. However, already I'm very frustrated because I see an ad everywhere. I don't even see the article, and the more I scroll, the stronger the ads get. I mean, what is it with ads these days? It's like they're popping, they're sizzling, they're flashing, they're jumping out of the screen. It's too much. Look at this. It's too much. It's too distracting. I cannot focus. And when I'm working on an assignment for our course, I want to be in a place of focus. So I'm going to get rid of these ads because I don't want to read this article in a state of irritation. So in Safari, I don't know if Google Chrome has this, but I know in Safari this works. So if you go to the top left of the search bar, there's a little book icon and it says Show Reader View. Click that. And what a clean advertisement-free research or article to read on the internet. This makes me so happy. I will never go back to reading articles regularly. I have to have this reader view. Okay, so this article is written by Mark Travers for Forbes, and it's about a scholarly research study. And it's very clearly laid out here, a new study published in this scientific journal, the Journal of Research and Personality, highlights an important link between the trait of psychopathy and charisma. These researchers who published this study, their argument is that a higher level of charisma in psychopathic individuals may make them more successful. Wow, I definitely want to read more. This grabs my attention. So I can read this whole article, and I can do the lazy thing, which is just read this to the bottom, send it to my group chat and say, wow, doesn't this remind you of Emily? She's such a psychopath. Oh my gosh. That's how rumors get started. So I can do the lazy thing, or for this assignment, I can do the scientific thing. I can locate the original research, not the one that's written by Mark Travers, the one that's written by the authors in the Journal of Research and Personality. Now, Mark Travers very kindly already put the link to the study, so I can click this. However, if this link was not there, I would look for it at the bottom of the article. That's usually where it is. Look at that. The full interview. Oh no, I don't want the interview. I want the actual research article. So here's what I would do instead. I would copy and paste the name of the journal, and then I would look for one of the research authors. So let's see. Explain psychologist. Here she is. This is one of the authors of the paper. I would put her name, I would put the journal article, and then I would put maybe the word like psychopath. I'd put all that into Google, and I know that the article would pop up. But I don't even have to do that. I can just click, and it takes me here. Now, as you can see, it looks like I have the whole research here from the Journal of Research Personality itself. But I only have the abstract, introduction, a few section snippets, and then the references. If you'll recall from our Anatomy of a Journal article, we're missing like 5 or 6 sections. We need the literature review, the methods, results, discussion, conclusion. We need all of that before we get to the references. So this is just a snapshot. You can access it through your institution, or you can buy it. Ooh, I don't want to buy it. And I'm going to access it through my institution later. So let's go to Google Scholar and take our research there first. That's our first method. So I'm going to highlight the title of this article. Then I'm going to go to Google Scholar. So I'm going to access Google Scholar. I'm just going to write Google Scholar. And then it pops up. Great. And then I paste the title and I search. Now, if you click the link of the title of the article, oh great, it takes me to the same thing where I don't have the full article. All I have is one abstract section, the introduction section, and then it skips all the way to, let's see, participants. That's a snippet from the methods. Analysis, that's from the results. And discussion, that's obviously from the discussion. But it's only a few sentences. I want the whole thing, so I'm going to hit back. I don't want to click the link of the title. I want to click the link of the PDF. That means a PDF of the article is available. I'll click download, full text PDF, and boom. Now I have the full article. Let's make sure. Okay, page 1, here's the title. I know what comes next should be abstract. Yes. I know what comes next should be the introduction. All right. And let's see, if I go all the way to the bottom, we got some references, we got tables and charts. Okay, this is the real deal. You don't need to do any reading for this particular assignment. You just need to do the locating. Even if you're like, well, Dr. Griffin, I just want to be able to look at articles for fun. I don't want to have to do research every time I open my phone. That's fine. You don't have to locate original research every time. But I need to know that you know how to locate it if you wanted to and if you needed to. Okay. So here we are with our snippet of the article. I'm going to highlight the title again. Now we're going to method number 2, Academic Search Complete, using the Cerritos College Library Database. Okay, so here's the cerritos.edu website. Quick links takes us to library. From the library, after you log in, then you'll go to research databases. And for this assignment, you're using the database called Academic Search Complete. It's in alphabetical order, so here it is right here, number 4. Academic Search Complete is like the library version of Google Scholar. It's a search engine. So I'm going to paste and search. I have my title, and boom, it popped up. Pardon me. Is it the same exact one? Let's see. Welsh and Lenzenweger. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce that. Welsh and Lenzenweger. Great. Journal of Research and Personality 2021. This is it. I would check for full text, and then I would locate it so that I could download it. I would click View PDF. Now let's say that this assignment's already complete for what I'm asking you to do. But you will need to collect research articles to write essays in other classes, as well as maybe perhaps in your jobs, if you become a researcher or a psychologist. So what I would do if I was using this for a research paper is I would download this PDF using this download button, and I would create a folder on my computer, or specifically I would create it in Google Drive because then I could access it anywhere. So I would put the PDF in Google Drive and I would call it like Research for Psychopath Paper. And that way, every time I go back to work on my paper, say tomorrow or next week, I don't have to go through this whole process again of logging onto the library, finding the article, making sure it's the right one. No, I already have my PDFs, and I would title them and everything and organize them so that I could access them quickly. So that's my little study tip to you, is create a folder, put the PDFs in there, have the PDFs ready for you to access instead of going through this whole process again. Now I want you to know that sometimes it's not as easy as, oh, just copy and paste the title of the article. It does not always show up but because I did this ahead of time to prepare for this, I knew it would. Let's say that I copied and pasted it and nothing came up. This is what I would do instead. This is, by default, you'll be doing a basic search from Academic Search Complete. Let's say it didn't pop up. Now I got to get fancy. I'm going to click Advanced Search. And then I'll take the article title that has like 5 or 6 words or whatever comes before the semicolon. I'll paste that on the top, and then I'll get really specific and I'll be like, only look for articles that have this written in it that are written by this author. So now I need the author's name, W-E-L-S-H, W-E-L-S-H. That's the author, search. And great, it came up. And as you can see, all of the search words here, including the last name, are highlighted in bold. So I do have you toggle back and forth between a basic search and an advanced search in our assignment. So I'm glad I showed you how to do that. And I think that's it for this. I also have you go to the left. You can limit your search to year, or you can make sure it's only academic articles by clicking peer-reviewed articles. And this one is that because it was an original peer-reviewed research published in an academic journal. Okay, I think that's it. I'm so happy I got to put this together, and happy researching. Bye now.